Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. Another banger for you all today. In today's video breakdown, we're going to go over some XRP price predictions and some technical analysis that I put out to you guys a couple of days ago that have now come into fruition. Attempting to give you guys the best technical analysis that I possibly can give you all here at CYPRX as to how we analyze the markets. So in today's video breakdown, we're going to go over the technical analysis and potential price predictions that are logical that could potentially play out over the next couple of days/weeks. If you all enjoy deep technical analysis dives like this, make sure that you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. So here you guys can see on the Twitter space, I put out this technical analysis or / price prediction on XRP of a potential setup that I was waiting for. Roughly on March 30th, so just a couple days ago, about 5 days ago on XRP. And I'm going to also show you guys that I put this out at a top for you all, saving, hopefully saving people's portfolio. However, nothing that I constitute is financial advice. I'm just attempting to show you guys that here at CYPRX, we put our money where our mouth is at. We don't buy tops, and we really do strategically dial in to look for the best positions and the best potential setups in the market. So I said to you guys, I am looking for a potential pullback into 48 to 47 cents during London and New York sessions, specifically even telling you guys when and what sessions I'm looking for this to happen. You guys can see if we come over here to the charts right now, what session are we in? We're in New York session. Where did price tap into? 48 cents to the T, just to show you guys how, just the logical and realistic approach that we have here at CYPRX. Again, anybody that wants to learn our approach that we take to the markets, the link is in the description down below for the mentorship. To continue this, I said, which will allow for a beautiful intraday setup. We could see another leg into some higher intraday targets of 65 to 72 cents. If price can maintain bullish momentum above these two important psych levels, 48 cents, 47 cents, this is the type of setup I will be looking for. On the downside, if price fails to remain bullish above 48 cents, worst case scenario for intraday positions is bulls might want a bigger discount, which would send price down into, in my personal opinion, anywhere between 38 to 37 cents for some potential buying opportunities if those price levels hold. Let's be patient and see how she moves. Don't chase price action and let the market come to you. This is exactly why I attempt to teach people not to chase the market when everybody else is FOMOing out of the mouth. So here you guys can see that first screenshot that has now come into fruition as a potential setup. I'm waiting to see if we can tap into 47 cents before my buy limits are triggered on XRP, where I will be placing a stop loss underneath or around 40 cents. Entering into this position on my leveraged account. This is not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing. Only risking 1% of my overall capital to see if this potential first trade idea can play out. And if it doesn't, which I will go into in today's video, I'm looking for a further depreciation, which will wipe me out. I'll have a 1% loss, unfortunately, in the market. But guess what? Losses are, inevitable in this market, and then we will most likely see a depreciation in XRP down into 38 to 37 cents to wipe out all of this potential trend line liquidity forming in this bullish leg from the recent price pump on XRP. So let's just look at the charts again. Just to show you guys, we're on the hourly chart. Let's actually go to the 4-hour real fast. If you guys don't follow us on Twitter, all right, I just want to show you all real quick where we put this tweet out to you all. Let's get rid of these session splits real fast so it clears up the charts. You guys can see the tweet on the 30th of March at 10 p.m., specifically here in California. I tweeted that out to you guys at the top, hopefully saving people's portfolio from FOMOing into everybody back in March, at the end of March, that was doing what? Okay, isn't it laughable to you all? If you all are a subscriber to this channel, check this out. Here's some articles from FX Street. Ripple price loses bullish momentum as ruling on the SEC case might be months away. Do you all not remember or even subscribe to YouTube influencers and Twitter influencers that were literally manipulating everybody again, telling people that this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit was going to end in March? They were saying, oh, the end of March, it's going to be the craziest bullish price action everybody's ever seen, right? Stop falling victim to that and understand how to read price action properly. The charts will speak to you. Fundamentals are a manipulative tactic to either stir retail emotions and get them to enter in the market, or stir retail emotions and get them to exit the market, okay? Excuse me. So I just thought that I'd let you guys see these fundamentals that are now coming out, right? We see XRP holders jittery over SEC versus Ripple lawsuit outcome. Hold on, wait. Weren't all of the bullish moon boys and all of the Twitter hypists and everybody telling you guys in thumbnails just a couple of days ago that the SEC lawsuit was going to end? I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to detail. You know, if you're not going to subscribe to us or, you know, see how it is that we approach the markets here logically at CYPRX, then please be awake and aware and be careful out there and understand that manipulation exists in the market, and 95% of influencers have no idea what it is that they're talking about. This is us here at CYPRX, again, just showing you all via price predictions that we put out publicly on our Twitter. Who's doing this? Actually publicly giving you guys an in-depth perspective logically as to what could potentially play out, 2 scenarios, and then giving you guys full updates when these price targets come into fruition. This is multiple times that this has happened, right? I just want to, I actually care about people that follow this channel, and I hope that the value that we provide is really hitting home for you all. So let's go over what's going on. So why did I even put out this price prediction to you guys and this potential setup in the market? How could I, as a superior trader, tell that this was going to happen in the market? Again, nothing's guaranteed, but what was I doing to analyze this, and why did I even put this price prediction out to you guys? Let's go down to the hourly chart. I just want to show you all. After turning on the session splits, what I noticed is after this massive bullish leg, 2 things to take into consideration. Number 1, the majority of the retail herd, what were they doing all in this area? Most likely watching all of these YouTube influencers that were telling everybody that some type of end to this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit was going to come into fruition. So people were doing what? Buying based off of that assumption. Now, not paying attention to charts and not paying attention to price action, what I noticed paying attention to the markets and how the markets speak is that we had a liquidity grab, a failure swing high, and a break of structure that led to a lower low, lower high formation once the new day's worth of price action started. So again, we know that from Asia session to Asia session is when the daily high and the daily low is created. Well, on the lower time frame, we can see this as market structure. Pay attention to detail. So you guys can see right here via this gray line is when I put the tweet out to you guys. This is when I noticed that the structure was shifting and changing hands from, again, the less informed traders to the more informed traders. Remember, retail investors are the people chasing the market all here in this bullish leg. All this entire bullish leg was what? When you saw thumbnails coming out, YouTube influencers, Twitter influencers pumping out content saying that the SEC versus Ripple case was going to come to a resolution, right? So you can imagine that retail orders chasing the market, especially when we broke that 49-cent psychological level and price surge, existed all in this area from people, again, chasing the market and not understanding how to read price action properly. So with that in mind, again, trading against the average retail herd, I put this tweet out to you guys by noticing that where we have an area of liquidity, the market makers, again, manipulated a high, liquidated any people that attempted to sell a little bit early here at this high, liquidated all of those stop losses out of the market, turned around, and then boom, right here is where I want you guys to pay attention. Here is an Asia session high in the market. Again, a daily high. This high right here is where the daily candlestick would have started. Well, after this Asia session from another Asia session, instead of creating a higher high formation, which would be a bullish order flow formation, higher high, higher low, higher high formation, what did we instead do? From Asia session to Asia session, we created a low in the market, a lower high in comparison to the previous one. So this high right here is lower than this one. And then we continue to consolidate, moving on to the next day's worth of price action where I put that tweet out to you guys. You guys can see this gray line here, specifically where I put the tweet out to you guys. For the second consecutive day in a row, we have another failure swing high, which is how I was able to tell that this high right here in the market was a manipulation tactic to clear out any premature over-leveraged sellers that existed here. And then what were the market makers doing? They were funneling in sell orders to pull price action back, most likely to get back into the markets at a discount from where they bought down here in this general vicinity. Okay, and you guys can see how the market makers sold from a premium, dumped price action, and now we're currently hovering in those psychological levels that I mentioned to you guys on the Twitter space, 5 days ahead of everyone else. All right. So again, just simple structure. It has nothing to do with being, you know, I don't know, indicator based or Fibonacci, but whatever it's just literally structure. What is the market telling you at the time that you are looking at it, being able to react to that? It's very easy. And seriously, it'll avoid so much manipulation on your behalf in the market. Instead of getting caught off guard, buying in when everybody else is buying, be patient again, like I said to you all in this tweet, and let price action come to you by setting up areas of interest. Now, if you want to learn a more in-depth perspective as to how we analyze the markets here at CYPRX, again, the link for our mentorship program is in the description down below. So aside from sharing this just hilarious information to you all, I really truly find it funny, you know, how the whole narrative at the beginning of March, the beginning of February was, oh my gosh, the court case is going to end in March and it's going to be the most bullish month ever. And now look, now the whole entire narrative has changed. And just like we've been saying for the longest time, this whole entire Ripple versus SEC case is a manipulative tactic. There's already a predetermined date, in my personal opinion, that this is going to finish. And the elites who know, they know. They're not going to drop that information to anybody. There isn't going to be some leak as to when it's going to come. People are just getting AdSense revenue by making thumbnails and content, thinking that they know when this whole entire thing is going to end. And you need to stop focusing in on that. Focus on your own personal growth, your own self-development. Keep your head down. Focus on what you need to do to survive this devastating financial, global economic impact that's happening right now. And again, ladies and gentlemen, just protect yourselves out there, okay? I'll leave you guys with this. I thought that this was interesting just to give you guys a little bit of hopium for the future outlook of the cryptocurrency market. Again, this is a long-term game. We are only barely over a decade in this cryptocurrency market. You all understand that? That's just over 5,000 days old. Now, with that being said, okay, this article came out April 3rd, 2023. Citigroup predicts 80 times explosion in tokenization forecast timeline for mass adoption of digital assets. This, again, in cahoots with some of the things that we've been talking about for the longest time on the channel, is that if you have a long-term perspective in this market, invest in utility, you know, self-custody your assets and stop paying attention to these freaking just manipulative influencers online that think they know what they're talking about. You have such a broader chance of surviving this market downturn, okay? So this article goes on to read, U.S. banking giant Citigroup believes that blockchain and crypto assets are likely destined for mass adoption and hyper growth. And in a report titled Money, Tokens, and Games, Blockchain's Next Billion Users and Trillions in Value, Citi analysts say that since blockchain is more complex than other widely adopted technologies, its trajectory to mass adoption has been slower. I told you guys that about in previous video breakdowns. What did we cover? The complexity of vocabulary in the learning curve in order to get involved in this market is extremely complex. So yes, it is going to be slower to adopt this technology because of all the vocab, the acronyms, the freaking exchanges that people have to learn how to operate, even to just hold crypto assets, and then not even hold crypto assets, but to protect themselves from fraudulent activities. I mean, it's a very, very scary space to get involved in if you don't know what you're doing. And again, trying and attempting to give you guys examples of watching influencers that know what they're talking about, making public price call outs to you guys. So that way, hopefully you can get on board with the knowledge and information that we provide here at CYPRX. You know, I don't know how else to wake people up, okay? To show people that we actually care about our followers and the people that are viewing our content here at CYPRX. Now, real fast, I told you guys I'd give you guys an update. Again, just revert back to this whole entire tweet. If we break this 47 cent to 48 cent psychological level and close bearish below it, I have a firm belief that the price action on XRP will most likely come down straight into this 38 cent psychological level to come and clear out all of the trend line liquidity, most likely that XRP is creating right now from people that were chasing this bullish narrative that the Ripple versus SEC case was going to end, which again, in my personal opinion, left behind retail positional orders all in these areas here. And I think that the market makers know that, and they're most likely going to come and clear that out. So if we don't rebound off this 48 to 47 cent psychological level, the next bearish target I will be paying attention to is that 38 to 37 cent psychological level. And if at any point in time we hold above the 47 cent or the 38 cent psychological level, my next bullish targets are going to be 65 to 72 cents for intraday trades, swing trades, intraday trade, holding positions on my leveraged account on XRP. Again, this is not financial advice. Make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter as time goes along. I will make sure to update you all on this price action analysis via some screenshots. With that being said, I cannot stress enough to be cognizant out there, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the influencers that you're watching. And I mean, seriously, if 2022 didn't wake you all up, and now 3 months into 2023, you're still watching these influencers that are constantly telling you that the SEC versus Ripple case is going to end. just come to the assumption that one day it's going to end. If you hold XRP and you're here for the long term, why does any of that matter to you? Because one day it's going to end. And guess what? Nobody truly knows what that day is. Stop allowing these influencers on Twitter and YouTube to have an effect on your trading decisions. I cannot stress enough. Many blessings to you all. Don't forget that the release of my new book, Forever Efficient, will be available on Amazon.com within the next couple of days. So make sure you look out for that as well on the Twitter space. As always, blessings to you all, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.